Hi, this is Tim Meyer from Keep Yourself Relevant. Thanks for joining again today. This is a continuation of a series that I've been producing some videos for you to help you lead your teams. This particular video is going to be focusing on doing an assessment of the communication styles of your team. Again, as I had talked about in a couple other videos, it's important to know when you're trying to lead your team that you know your team. Today, again, we're going to be talking about a communication style and identifying someone on your team as either analytical, driver, expressive, or amiable. And this is really focused on making sure that when you're presenting information, that you understand the person that you're presenting the information to, what's their communication style. So again, this will be used across the team and potentially above the team, if you will, if you're producing information for people outside of your team. In addition to that, it's important to know your team through a DISC index, which is another assessment. I have also done a video on introvert and extrovert assessment. It's important to know what the whether or not someone on your team is introverted or extroverted. And then another one that I like to use is StrengthsFinder, and it identifies the top 5 strengths of the person on your team. So this video is going to be focusing on how you would complete an assessment of the communication styles, and then it's going to score the people in one of 4 different quadrants. They're either amiable, analytical, driver, or expressive. So this was something that I put together when I was teaching at a local university. I used this spreadsheet, and the students would pick the word or the column that best fit them between these 2 words. Are they haphazard or pattern? And put an X by the one word that best describes or matches them. And this was used. I used this along with identifying whether or not a student was introverted or extroverted, and between the 2, that's how I helped determine how we put the students into project teams for some of our group assignments. So this video is going to be talking about what I did to create this assessment tool. So this particular assessment for communication style has 36 different questions. I put those 36 questions in a Word document. I then imported that Word document into MS Forms, and it created then that MS form for the communication style assessment. Then I wrote a corresponding Power Automate flow that will be triggered when the MS Forms survey is completed. Then within that Power Automate flow, it's going to score and put together the response to the questions and assess the person as being one of 4 different communication styles. And then it's going to send that assessment to the responder or the person that filled out the form. So again, it consists of 4 different pieces, an MS form, a Power Automate flow, an email that's sent to the responder, and then attached in the email is the actual PDF that was completed, or that gives the results of the assessment. I'll show you the 4 different pieces. The communication styles form, again, it has the 36 different questions that are arranged here based on the importing of that of the questions from Word. And then when they complete it, they hit submit. That will then trigger this Power Automate flow, which will then go through some initialization and then go through and assess that form and basically determine what you answered for each of the questions, along with then the final steps of creating the PDF and sending out a email to the respondent. This is the email that you would have received for completing the communication assessment, and then this is the PDF that was attached here in the email. So again, it's going to be indicating who the responder was, the communication style, what in this case the person was amiable, and you can see that they got they're plotted on the graph here with their score of a 0 and a -4. So that's the 4 different pieces that are produced as part of the assessment. And why is that important? It's important to understand the communication styles and what they are so that you can help that team member produce information when they have to present it to others. And they're one of four styles. So the first style we'll go through is analytical. Some of the strengths are they're a good thinker, they're thorough, they're disciplined. Some weaknesses, they exclude feelings from decisions. They may go too far and may tend to be perfectionists. They may be too rigid or demanding of themselves or others. So that's something that you want to watch for when someone is analytical. They may have some of these traits that you need to be aware of. Some of the strengths of an amiable communication style is they're supportive, patient, and diplomatic. Some of the things you need to watch for are concerns. When they're producing information, they tend to conform to the wishes of others. There's no time boundaries. Things do not necessarily always get done, and they're not assertive or directive. A driver, one of their strengths are they're independent, decisive, determined. Some of the weaknesses potentially are they have trouble operating with others, don't take the time to consider other perspectives, and they're domineering, too focused on doing it their way. And expressive, the strengths are a good communicator, they're enthusiastic, they're imaginative. Some weaknesses are they talk too much, come on too strong, they're a dreamer, or unrealistic. So again, these communication styles are important to understand how the person that you're presenting to will receive them. So you want to know the communication style of the person that is the recipient of the information you're giving, as well as know the communication style of the person that's producing it so that they can produce the information and present it to the communication style of the person that's receiving it. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like and please consider subscribing. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.